Okay. This is just a test again to see if this is actually working or if I'm dropping out. So this is a new live video. There is another one earlier in the page. Hopefully you can still hear me. Let me know if you're here. Join in. Hopefully we can get the other live feed off because it looked like it was still going. All right. Hi, guys. Hi, Nicole. Hi, Brianne. Here's Blue. Hi, everyone. Let's hope round 2 is better and people can hear. Hi, Amanda. This is Blue. And okay, it sounds like everything is a little better. Yeah, okay, you can hear. Good, good. This is my first Facebook Live, so of course this was what would happen. Michigan. Hello, hello, Midwest. Okay, good. Hi, Karen. Oh, glad you're here. So from my understanding, there's going to be about like a 30-second delay between when I speak and what you guys will hear. So I will try to answer questions the best I can. For now, I'm just going to kind of wait till everyone joins, and hopefully they're not on the other the other video feed. Where are you all joining me from? As you know, I'm in the Caribbean here, and we're dealing with a little bit of small town, small island internet issues. So usually we're not too bad, but we definitely have our moments. And so, which is why I am in my living room instead of in my office, because the internet there is not even working. So, which is good for writing, because then I'm not getting distracted. And where else is everyone coming from? Okay. It looks like the comments are freezing up. Is everyone still able to, you're still able to hear me? Yep. Okay. All good. All right, I'm just gonna kill a little time while we wait for everyone to hop back on. So things down here have been kind of interesting. I'm sure the rest of the world is all dealing with our own kind of issues with everything. And for us, it's been interesting in the fact that our borders are completely closed, which means I can't go back to the States if I want to. We do have a few issues with some of the food items that are getting delivered to us or not delivered to us. And so, like, for example, I went to the grocery store the other day, and there's plenty of toilet paper, but there's not a lot of fresh items, or so it's a lot of frozen food, canned food, and so it's making us a little creative with recipes, which is fine. One of the things with island life I've learned is you really just have to be willing to adapt. So for a couple of years now, I have not gone to the grocery store without, like, I don't just take a recipe and go to the grocery store. I go to the grocery store, and the grocery store tells me what I will be making for dinner. So it's one of those sort of adaptability things. You just get used to not being able to get everything that you want. Oh gosh, okay, we got people all over the world. Indiana, Scotland, Wyoming. All right. Oh, Virginia. Yes, okay, it sounds like we've got people tuning in from all over, which is lovely. So, but everything else is going pretty good here. We've been doing the social distancing. For me, I'm fairly well equipped to be alone for long periods of time, because I'm used to just holing up in my office and writing and going scuba diving and not having tons of people to talk to. So it hasn't affected me the same. But I will say I'm incredibly grateful to have ocean in my backyard. That has been one thing that has been really, really good for me. So I get to, when I get able to, when you read comments on the internet, or you get a too upset, I'll just go to the water. The water sort of heals everything for me. It soothes me. It calms me down. Blue is he's very happy to be here. Blue is my little soul puppy. He put his bow tie on for today. He just wanted to make sure he looked extra dapper. He usually I call him my shadow. He likes to either be on me, next to me. He's pretty much by me whenever. He's my little soul puppy, and I love him. So, we've got Canada, Maryland, Money Feet. Hi, Dave. Hi, Rona. Oh, hi, Louise, Quebec. It's good to see everyone. Thank you so much for chiming in here and watching me. I'm going to get to my announcement shortly. I just sort of wanted to make sure everyone got a chance to get on and see. So we'll be doing some fun stuff today, and I have a big announcement for everybody. And then after the announcement, we will have just a few fun giveaways to do. And then an Ask Me Anything portion where you can ask whatever you like of me, and I will do my best to read the comments and answer all the questions, but see how long this gets. We want to take up everyone's time. Everyone get busy. So, hi. I hope you can get home soon. Oh, hi, Lisa. All right. So, first of all, I suppose, are we good to get into the announcement? Do you think? Yeah? All right. So, the first thing I want to say is, sorry, I'm looking at the Scotsman. Cheers, a little liquid courage here. So my big announcement is something that I have been working on for, I put it down off and on for almost 2 years now. And I have danced around this for a bit, and I put it away and I came back to it, and I put it away and I came back to it. And it is really, I think he wants to get down. Put him down. Sorry. So this is a passion project of mine. It is something that I have worked really hard on, and then I have I've gone forth on it. So I will say this is a project of my heart, and the Scotsman's behind the scenes, giving me all these.
I'm trying to sort out the noise. I'm still looking at it.
Oh, is the noise still?
It's not bad.
Okay, he's telling me the noise is still a little bit rough. So, can you guys still hear me? I'm sorry. Again, internet problems. Hi, Barb. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Pamela. Hi, Tina. Hi, Beth. Blue loves you too. I just want to get the okay from the Scotsman to continue before I announce my passion project. So we'll see if he can hear me okay. I know, Blue's adorable. He is my baby. All right, I'll just read some of your comments while I'm waiting on Alan to give me the go-ahead. So, all right. Okay. So, passion project is something I've run for a bit, as I was saying. And while it is a work fiction, it is inspired by a true story. And I will reveal the cover now, which is just perfect. So, surprise! We have a new book, and it will be coming out June 2nd. So the book is called Miss Bitch, and the tagline is "Finding happiness is the best revenge." So I love this cover, you guys. Love it, love it, love it. It really shows just sort of everything I wanted to encompass with this book, which was about moving forward, starting over, taking control of your life, finding your own happiness. Now, again, while this is a work of fiction, it is inspired by my true story. And while I had everyone here today, I was thinking maybe I would read a little excerpt from the book and the book description as well. So I'm just going to hold this up since we do have a bit of delay. I just want to make sure everyone sees. So this is up for pre-order right now. And it is on all vendors. Google Play not letting me do a pre-order for some reason. So this is live, and it is half off until it goes for release in June 2nd. So I suggest buying it now. All right, I'm going to put that down. And first, I have to read this disclaimer because, in case. So, everyone, this is a work of fiction. Names, characters, places, and incidents either are the product of the author's imagination or are used fictitiously. Any resemblance to actual persons, living or dead, events, or rules are entirely coincidental. So, with that, I will read you Miss Fitch's book description. Okay. Finding happiness is the best revenge. From the outside, it seems 36-year-old Campbell has it all. A happy marriage, a successful career as a novelist, and an exciting cross-country move ahead. Tess is played by the rules, and it seems like life is good. Except it's not. Life is a bitch, and suddenly so is Tess. When Tess discovers the truth about her marriage, she decides it's time to live the life she's always wanted, despite what her family and snake of an ex-husband expect of her. Tess throws caution to the wind and embraces her lifelong dream of exploring the world. Her first stop, scuba diving in Mexico. The sharks she can handle, but the handsome Scottish diver with the flirtatious smile on her shoulders has Tess tied in knots. With her hard-won independence on the line, Tess must decide what's scarier, learning to love again or letting her past control her future. Funny, heart-wrenching, and brutally honest, Miss Bitch explores one woman's journey of accepting herself and breaking free of the toxic bonds that hold us back from the life we are truly meant to. So, oh, good. I'm glad you guys love the cover. Yay, that's awesome. I had so much fun with the cover. I went back on a couple of different ones. I really loved the attitude that came with the woman with her heels prancing away in her red dress. Okay, so next up, I am going to read the excerpt from the book. I would like you all to know, you're going to be shocked by this, but I am not an actress. So I will do my best with the dramatic interpretation, but I'm not an actress. So, all right, here we go. Tess walked the streets of Boulder aimlessly and thought about what would next. It was like pouring lines had been cut and drifted, seemingly at the whims of fate. She worried about whether Gabe would fight for her money. Tess swallowed down the dread of losing part of her business, and instead berated herself for not working on her book. She had brought her laptop. Without the conditions that surrounded her at home with everything she had to do, this would be a perfect time for her to edit her manuscript and send it off to her editor, easily making the deadline that loomed at the end of the month. She should go back to the hotel. Instead, Tess continued to walk the streets, pausing to people watch. A busy boulevard, Boulder's main street was blocked off for foot traffic only. And even though it was the middle of the week, the cobblestone street teemed with groups of moms pushing their carriages and drinking much-needed coffee. Hungover college students executing the dreaded walk of shame, and a happy couple tugging each other to watch a street performer sing a song while strumming a faded ukulele. You wasted my sweet time, Do you think that's all right? Had she given Gabe the best years of her life? Tess stopped in front of the jewelry store, her eyes on by all the fancy wedding rings in the window, promises of love and forever after sparkling in the sunshine that beamed through the clouds. Tess glanced down to her bare hand, missing the weight of her rings, but knowing that a ring was an empty symbol if the person gave you nothing of promises. Despite herself, Tess was drawn inside, quietly walking past the glass cases, peering into each to see the delights they held. The shop was funky, much like Boulder itself, and offered much more than the standard jewelry. There seemed to be a mix of vintage and new, with fresh designs that had a playfulness and whimsy that Tess found endearing. Looking for something special? A young woman, fresh-faced and looking like she had the world ahead of her, smiled easily at Tess from across the counter. Oh no, Tess trailed off and thought about it for a moment. She was someone special, wasn't she? Glancing down at her bare hand, she met the woman's sparkling eyes. Actually, yes, I am. I'm someone special. Perfect. What are you thinking you'd like to treat yourself to? Well, Tess looked at the woman's name tag. Stephanie, I just kicked my cheating husband out and I want to buy myself a ring that I can wear, knowing full well I'll keep the promises I make to myself. Oh, perfect. Just the designer, Stephanie gushed, not batting an eye at the cheating husband part. She led Tess to a case filled with rings that were both eclectic and delicate, and made Tess smile. This designer is quite new, but I love her use of negative space and the touch of fun she adds to her designs, Stephanie said, sliding a tray out. These are all gold and have varying levels of diamonds in each of them, depending on how blingy you're looking to go. Just something simple. The bling isn't what I'm looking for so much as a symbol to myself, Tess said, feeling her fingers over the rings. What do you want to promise yourself? To trust my instincts, listen to my voice, and to never let someone treat me like less than a queen. Tess laughed at the last part, knowing full well she didn't need to be treated like a queen. She just wanted some damn mutual respect. This one, Stephanie pounced and handed Tess a delicate ring. See how it has hints of a crown in the design? The ring, a slim gold band leading to a triangle of circles inlaid with two small diamonds, hit all the right notes. Tess smiled as she held it up to the light. This is lovely. Which finger will you wear it on? The middle finger, Tess said automatically. So when I flip Gabe off, it will have a touch of sparkle to it. So, this is my passion project. It is something I'm very excited to release to the world. I hope all of you can take some inspiration from it. And if you are interested, sorry, so it's distracting me. If you are interested in a free secret chapter, I have it up for everybody. It's at TrishaO'Malley.com/VIP. With that will be up. If you're watching this after the fact, I'm going to have the video up. Don't worry. It's going to be on the website. But the secret chapter, TrishaO'Malley.com/VIP. It's VIP lowercase, and you can download the secret chapter I have there that isn't a part of the book. So, a free secret chapter. Now, moving on to our game portion. Diane, it should be on Amazon. If not, it's on my website. You go to TrishaO'Malley.com and see the book there, and you can click through. It should be on Kindle. Oh, thank you, Erica, for pre-ordering. Hi, Meredith. So next up, and for everyone just joining, just in case, I know a few people just hopped on, and you can probably go back and see it, but if you are just joining live now, I don't know how to open that, never mind. I'm going to show the book, but I'm releasing a book called Miss Bitch. You can find it on the website at TrishaO'Malley.com. Find Secret Chapter at VIP.com. And now we are going to do a few just fun little games. It's going to be just some quick questions. And I think the best way to do this is I will ask a question. And the first person, Scotsman's going to be checking all the comments the best he can. The first person who gets the answer correct will get a $10 Amazon gift card. So we'll say your name, shoot us a message, and you will get a $10 Amazon gift card sent to you. So before we go into the game, though, I do want to announce that we also have a massive bitch-themed giveaway that we are going to be giving away the whole month of May that you can enter. There will be several prizes that are all bitch-themed along with Amazon gift cards. So just kind of fun little cheeky mugs and $300 gift card. So we'll see how it goes. I'll put that up when this is all done. How am I doing, guys? This is my first live, so not to. It's warm here. Just gonna. Whew. Little courage, little wine. Okay. So, are we ready for? First question. Which would I choose if I walked into a bar? Rum or whiskey? We're starting with a fairly simple, but you guys might find it tricky. Oh, I have a dog. I want to come back up. Hold on. Oh. Okay, who's back? Thank you all so much. So, oh, thanks, Nicole. Very sweet. I'm trying to read comments, but there's a lot of them, so we'll be monitoring some of those with me.
Okay. Just give the answer, and I'll try and comment.
Okay.
But if you got the right answer.
Okay. The answer was ski. I know it's a trick question because probably I would say both. Depends where I am. Quite so oftentimes I like rum in the Caribbean and whiskey everywhere else. So really.
I'm trying to find out who said it first.
Okay, the Scots trying to find out who said it first. What we do, you the comments and shoot you a message if it's a little tricky. All right. Next question: which of my characters' magical abilities would I want to have? So this can be tricky because I've got a lot of books. I have a lot of paranormal elements and a lot of pretty cool abilities going on there. So who is to say? So, oh, thanks for all the pre-orders, guys. That's awesome. So while I'm waiting on some answers here, just a reminder, Miss Bitch is half off through June 2nd. And that is when it's released. I'm actually releasing it as a 40th birthday gift to me. I'm Gemini. June 2nd isn't my birthday, but it was my visit during Mercury retrograde. So for my astrology folk up there, you'll know why I want to do it before then. So I've got a correct answer. Okay, so my choice was I want to be Grace because I, of course, would want to be a pirate. However, I really, really like Miss Elva. Oh, yes. I love Miss Elva, and I love Tina as well. So those were a little bit tricky, but I ended up going with the Pirate Queen. So, Miss Grace for the win. Okay, next question is a two-parter. What is the name of my newest Mystic Cove book, and where in Ireland is Grace's Cove based off of? Okay, so this is one of my favorite places in Ireland. In fact, most of my Mystic Cove and a couple of my Isle of Destiny series, I have my own personal photographs that I've taken while in Ireland and have them turned into the covers. So I didn't know if a lot of you knew that, but if you go back and look through the covers, almost all, I think all of the Mystic Cove ones except for Eyes are my photography. and several of the Isle of Destiny are as well. So, absolutely love Ireland. I go back there as much as I can. Although, I'm not going to lie, Scotland is really winning me over. Over here? Look this way. No, he doesn't want to. We'll do this. There we go. I am excited to explore more of Scotland. I'm getting married there next year, so very, very excited about that. It's a beautiful country, and I find it to be equally, if not more so, charming than Ireland, but both are beautiful countries. I'm super excited to be there. Has anyone won that yet?
We've got correct answer. Yeah.
All right, yes. So, correct answer is Dingle. Dingle, Ireland. The Slayhead Drive in the Dingle Peninsula is one of the prettiest drives, prettiest little towns. Highly, highly recommend going if you ever get the chance. So, next question. Who would I want to play Fiona in a movie? So what actress would I want to play Fiona in a movie? So, now, pretty cool characters. So there was quite a few people that popped in mind, but just one in specific really kind of popped out to me. Just kind of like her beauty, her stature, how well she carries herself. She is an older character, so I should say older actress.
Helen Mirren.
Yep. All right, we got a winner, Helen Mirren. Are you trying to remind me that I'm getting interviewed? The Scotsman is making aging looks at me. He says, is this for me or for Fiona?
First guess.
All right. Next up, who do I should play me in a movie? So I actually have someone I should play me in a movie that's probably not what you guys might think, but I also think kind of crazy hair, a little bit of an attitude. Let's see. She had a really, really great Netflix special last year. So let's see what you think. Blue is just light is making him a little white. We're a little bright over here. Maybe I'll move back a little bit. So, Cork is close. I'm just getting a delay on the comments here. So
we're getting guesses of Halle Berry.
Halle Berry. Wow, thanks.
Julia Roberts.
Woo, Julia Roberts. Awesome. Wow, you guys are great. Keep going. I like this. It's flattered my ego. Sandra Bullock. Oh. Wow, wow, thanks, guys. This is way better than I was expecting. Beyonce? Really? Ooh, a little attitude. I like Beyonce.
Maybe give a little clue.
Well, I said the big hair. She had a Netflix special last year that was kind of a mind-bending one.
Well, Brittany guesses Michelle Wolf. That's probably the closest one.
Michelle Wolf. The Scotsman says Michelle Wolf was a close one. I'm not sure who she is. Oh, the comedian. Okay.
Reese Witherspoon.
Oh, Reese Witherspoon. Thanks, guys. Nope, none of them yet. Nicole Kidman. Wow, you guys are great. It seems that I don't know if Ben is going to grab this one. What do we think?
We could do a couple of her shows.
So her most recent show was called Russian Doll. Maybe you guys don't agree with me on this one. This is my personal choice. So maybe I'm totally off base. So, Oh, I think I'm still reading some of the ones for Fiona, because Meryl Streep would be amazing for Fiona. That's a good call, too. Okay. We got any?
Well, I'm still waiting on your tip.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Sorry, guys. Bit of a delay. So.
For Amy Sugar, ready to go. Oh, Amanda got it.
Amanda with Natasha Lyonne. I don't know why. I just kind of like her edginess. And I thought just like the hair and a little bit of the attitude, I could see her being like in the Miss Bitch role. Just saying. So, all right. There's going to be a little bit of a delay here. That was the end of the prizes round. So
I'll
now,
send everyone an email in about half an hour. I need to go back through the comments to find who won what, and we'll send you their gift cards.
so the Scotsman says that he is going to go back through the comments and message the winners, and so we can make sure you get your $10 gift card. So it seems like with the delay and the comments coming in, it's taking a little time. So next up, we can go to Ask Me. And no, I'm not writing in Moby Dick, but look at this cool book. It's just a blank book with the cover. So next up, it is your turn. I'm opening everything up. So go ahead. If you have had any burning questions for me, you are welcome to ask. I will try to read them from here, but the Scotsman might also drop me a few of the questions as they come in. So, it's doors open. In the meantime, we're just going to hang out, and Blue's going to say he loves you. Can you say I love you? What do you think? Maybe I just do a chat Blue every week? I think most of you are here for him. I don't blame you. He's really cute. What do we got?
I don't know how to get on the comments.
There. All right, I will try to.
How were you when you started writing?
I started writing when I was, 31. So, yeah, no, 52. I started writing.
Kathleen wants to see your engagement.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Wait, I gotta get the angles correct. So someone's asked to see the engagement ring. Hold on, Blue. Let me do it this way. I'm turning the wrong way. Okay. I don't know if that's in. So there you go. Is that I don't think my angle's good, so sorry. So engagement ring?
Will Irma in the Siren Island series get her own book?
Oh. Well, okay, so one of the questions was, will Irma in the Siren Island series get her own book? And she just might, because I think she is an amazing character. Now, the next book is Jolie, so if I move into the mermaids, that she probably deserves one, doesn't she? Fiona her own one, so I could see Irma meeting her own story.
It's Matt's first stone.
Oh.
And Cindy says it's beautiful.
Thanks,
It's
Cindy.
beautiful.
Oh, Beth, it's your birthstone, the sapphire. So it was really actually, I'll just tell you about the engagement. It was actually really quite sweet. We were in Scotland, and the Scotsman decided to take me to this tiny little antique shop in the Isle of Bute. It's like there's like only 3 people can fit in it, this tiny little place, and asked me to pick out a ring. And he didn't even tell me what it was for. I kind of figured I knew what it was for, but it was, I'd also joked, since I had been married before, I'd also joked that like, oh, we don't have to get married, but you can just buy me a ring and I'll wear it around. So I kind of thought maybe that was it. And we looked at a bunch, and because we met because of the ocean, we just fell in love with the sapphire. And he bought it for me. And later that day, when we were hiking all over the Isle of Bute, we went and sat on this empty beach in front of the sleeping warrior on the Isle of Mirren, and he asked me to marry him, and I cried. And then I said, "Are you sure? Is this really what you want?" And it was just a perfect day, and I could not be happier. So
Anne asks if we're going to get married in Dingle.
we are not married in Dingle. No, we're getting married in Scotland, actually. So we are planning a summer wedding next summer in Scotland. So I told the dress. So that's good. Side planning's gone on hold a little bit. So
Louise asks, can you pre-order hardback?
that I don't know of yet. We just got the ebooks up yet. So can we pre-order hardback?
No, they'll be available.
They'll be available on release day.
And
So.
audio.
Okay.
Will there be any more Althea Rose?
Yeah, she's fun to write, so she always gets herself into trouble and is kind of.
Maybe resay the question.
Oh, sorry. One of the questions was, will there be any more Althea Rose? And yeah, I think probably. She's fun to write. I love Miss Ella, and I like writing in that world, and so I probably will throw another one in there. All I have time to do now is write, so we could definitely see a little bit more of those coming. So I see Pamela Smith has asked, how do I keep all my characters' details straight throughout a series? So sometimes that's tricky, and I do mess things up. There was an snafu where one of my books went out, and I think I actually had, in a later series, I had carried to Patrick instead of me. So I had to go back and fix that. So what I try to do is I reread the books ahead of time, and then I'll write, so that I'll make notes going, oh, that's right, that's what this was. Otherwise, you can also keep a series Bible, and that kind of, you make little notes and you can go back and check. So, yeah. So, I'm trying to see some of these. Nicole, I don't know if I'm going to do signings in the States, just because it's a little tricky for me getting home and how long I am there. I might. It really kind of depends on, we can't even leave the island now, so we'll see what happens. Oh, hi Cheryl. All your doggies are running to the screens. That's great. Karen, you're asking when the new book will be on Audible. It's actually getting recorded next week, so hopefully not too far along in June. Hold on, I'm just going to put blue down here. So the Audible should be coming along not too far from after it's released. So I'm just waiting for, it looks like the Scotsman has another question.
No, it's just Maria was one of the previous winners of the Mermaid Stones, and she didn't get it. So we'll speak to her after this, and we'll find out what happened. Okay,
Maria, send me a message on the Mermaid Stone necklace. From my understanding, the jewelry designer is extremely at risk. She has heart failure, and so she hasn't been able to leave her apartment to mail the necklace. So that was in response to a question about the Mermaid Stone giveaway that was a little bit a while ago. So how often do I travel to Ireland, and how much of their legends do you think are close to the truth? So that's from Trina. I try to Ireland every year. It's been a little bit trickier from the beginning, because you have to bounce about a little bit. And we've had a few more Scotland trips planned now, especially with planning a wedding. So, and I do believe, I love all the old legends, and especially things with, mermaids and fae. Like, those legends go across so many different countries and so much history there. So I have to think that there's some little nugget of truth in them if all of these different countries and people have these stories. So yeah, at least why not? It's fun to believe. It's a life if you don't. So
How old is Blue?
Oh, Blue is 9?
Edna asks.
Oh, Edna. Edna wants to know how old Blue is. Blue is 9. So, and I don't even know where Briggs is. We haven't even Briggs.
Amanda wants to know Ophelia Rose. Is it going to be on Nook?
Briggs, come here. So one of the questions was, is Althea Rose going to be back on Nook? We'll see. We're trying the Kindle Unlimited program right now, and we'll see. So this is my other old man. This is Briggs. He's a little camera shy. Thank you, baby. He like be chasing the ball. This is Mr. Briggs. And he's mad at me right now because I actually put his ball away so he wouldn't bark at me and bother the whole video. But he just wanted to come up and say hi. So, it's my gentleman.
Deb asks if I edit your drafts.
So Deb asks, does Alan edit my drafts? No. He does not. He reads some of them, but he does not edit them. That is not where his strength lies. So,
what else did we?
Sorry, there's a couple more questions going by so fast.
I missed to ask that was asking. She's new to the Irish series. Which books does one of the books tell Fiona's?
Oh yes. So for someone who's new to the series, asking about if Fiona's story gets told, it does get told in Wild Irish Witch. So towards the end of the series. If you're asking about older Fiona, now younger Fiona that you meet in Wild Irish Grace is coming up in Wild Irish Dreamer. So you'll meet also 2 Fionas. So, yeah. Oh, Anne Roberts says, good job, Scotsman. I guess you picked out a good ring.
Diane asks, do you pick your stories based on what you love, or do the stories pick you?
Oh, interesting. I pick, I kind of, typically what I do is I don't start outlining or writing a story on my computer. What I like to do is I have notebooks everywhere. They're in my backpack and at my office scattered around. So usually I take a notebook and I like to go sit outside and I just sit here, I go sit by the water, and I just sketching out ideas, and then I kind of see what affects me, and then I go from there. So it kind of, and then the story will take shape on its own as well as I'm writing it. I don't get so attached to an outline that the story has to go that way, because if I'm in the middle of writing and it just goes, oh, this makes so much more sense, then I'll go that way. So yeah. And so Briggs is a kisser, as you can see. He's my busy dog. He always has to be doing something, playing with the ball. It's rare that he just shuts down for a moment. So I'm gonna put him down.
Cindy wants to know, are you still live?
I am still live, so maybe it got cut off. I'm sorry if it did. So
No, I think we're good. Brenda wants to know the best time to visit. Barbara wants to know the best time to visit Scotland.
Oh, when is the best time to visit Scotland? I have a few Scottish people on here who could probably say. It depends. If you're not bothered or fussed by rainy weather or cold, then any time of year. But if it bothers you, then probably in the summer. Alan?
Festival?
He says Edinburgh Festival.
Or Hogmanay.
Or Hogmanay. So Hogmanay is over Christmas and New Year's. And Edinburgh Festival is in August. It's a month-long festival. It takes over the whole city. And it's really quite cool to go to, actually. Comedians, they have artists, like the whole city is filled. And Edinburgh is a beautiful city as well. So highly recommend visiting. Just to see it too.
Pamela asks, do you ever dream about your character?
Oh, I do. Yes. Okay. So one of the questions was, do I ever dream about my characters? And I do. A lot of my ideas, actually, especially when I'm in the middle of a story, will come. It's always when I'm doing something else. So it'll be when I'm scuba diving, taking a shower, working out, or even a dream. If it's a dream, I have to, like, if I wake up from it, I grab my phone and I quick email myself a note on it. So it's always kind of when I'm off doing other things that it, like, comes to me and I go, oh, okay, all right, got it. So.
Bessie asks, do you have any new series coming out or anything?
Oh, Betsy. So right now, the newest thing coming out is the book that I announced earlier on the live. So if you didn't get a chance to see it, it is titled Miss Bitch, and it is inspired by my true story. And then as for series, we've got the Siren Island I'm working on next, the Mystic Cove, and then after that, I have some ideas, but I have other stories prior to that I want to work through. So I have to get through Jolie's story in Siren Island and probably another Althea, and then we'll see. Yeah, I've jotted down a few ideas, maybe even a Scottish one. We'll see. So I have a few ideas, but we'll see what happens.
Carol wants to know how heavy Briggs and Blue are. She has 2 Bostons herself.
Oh, okay. So Briggs is slightly. He's longer and leaner. Blue's small and chunky. So Briggs is, I think they're like 22 pounds, 22, 23 pounds. They're right in there. Briggs is tall and long and thin, and Blue's like short and chunkers. So, now Blue wants some. I don't know how I'm going to do this.
Louise asks, do I read your books and give my input? I would say I leave that to the editor. That's too dangerous for me.
Yeah. Blue, sorry. So one of the questions was, does the Scotsman read my books and give me input? And he's learned that's a dangerous game. So he leaves that to the editor. It's a lot easier for me to say, well, the reason I did this was... So,
Nicole wants to know, if you could be a fantasy or folklore character, who would you be?
Fantasy character? Oh gosh. I don't even know. Like, you mean like a...
Mermaid?
Yeah, I say if you just mean like I guess I was starting thinking of like Wonder Woman or something, but folklore or fantasy, probably go with mermaid. Although I do like got some tricks up their sleeves, so I kind of like the fae, but probably mermaid just for the amount of time I spend underwater.
Karen likes the idea of a Wild Irish TV series or movie.
Oh, I also like the idea of a Wild Irish TV series. In fact, I just had an agent reach out to me about TV rights for the Mystic Cove. So we'll see what happens. But if you guys know any agents or anyone at Netflix, let me know.
Amanda, have you any interest in a time travel romance?
I've considered it, but I would have to. Okay, so if I do a time travel romance, I would have to do it, I think, outside of the world of the Celtic. I think Outlander has really dominated that market. She's done such a great job with it that, and her details are incredible. So it would have to be in a different, I guess, realm if I were to do that.
We've got, Jackie B from Florida. How are the wedding plans coming along?
Hi, Jackie B from Florida. The wedding plans are good. We have a venue, and it has like a fairy walkway outside, so I'm excited about that. We have a band, we have cakes, and I found my dress, which is amazing. And then everything kind of stopped because we were planning to head back to Scotland in June to maybe do some planning and see everything. And with all of our borders on the island being closed, all of our flights are canceled. So, which is fine. I mean, that's I'd rather everyone stay safe and healthy, travel, and we'll just plan stuff from afar. And hopefully maybe we can get there in the fall to see the place and do some planning. But honestly, I'm just so happy to be marrying him, and I'm probably gonna cry the entire weekend. So I think it's just gonna be a fun weekend, whether it ends up just being a small group of us or it's a bigger group. It's gonna be a ton of fun. So I'm excited.
Pamela has considered any crossover story between your series. We've got a little bit in Isle of Destiny.
Yeah. So a crossover between series. We have a little bit in Isle of Destiny, but I haven't thought too much. I suppose I could throw, oh gosh, wouldn't that be fun? You could throw Fiona, Miss Elva, and Irma together. The voodoo priestess, the mermaid, and the Celtic sorceress, pretty much. Celtic healer.
Grace visits.
And then have Grace, yeah, that would be.
Linda Matthews says hi, hopes to go diving sometime in the future. Maria asks, how do we meet? There's a book coming out.
There's a book coming out. So Maria wants to know how we met, and Miss Bitch is inspired by my true story, and so I suggest you pre-order it.
Anne says hello from Germany.
Hi, Anne.
We've got Denise in California.
Hi, Cindy. Yes, I'm still alive.
Denise would like to know where you get your inspiration and ideas from.
Oh, so I've always had a very, very active imagination. Maybe a little dramatic at times. So a lot of it just comes honestly from reading and traveling. A lot is traveling, so without that, it's just reading, watching shows, being outside, and then I give myself permission to dream, and I write it down as I go, and I just think, what would be interesting, I like this character I've created, and I'm going to go put him in a situation and see what happens. So, and then I kind of see where it goes.
Fran's going to start a petition and email Netflix to get Wild Irish made into a series.
Oh, Fran, you're going to petition Netflix. Yes, let's get Wild Irish into a series. Amazing.
Sheila's just asking, do we have any kids, or is it just our kids?
Oh, Sheila, asking, no, we don't have any children. It is just the dogs. And I guess each of my books are kind of, especially this one coming up, this Miss Bitch, is kind of like my baby. So, no kids.
A couple more. Diane asks if any of your male characters in your books was perhaps inspired by the Scotsman.
Oh, what's kind of interesting? This is so Trace. Now, he's not exactly like the Scotsman, but so the reason I started writing the Althea Rose series was that I didn't want to just write to make money, because that's not like a big motivating factor for me. I mean, of course, money is nice to have and everything, but I mean, I'm not going to just go create stories solely for money, because if that's the case, you wouldn't, I guess, feel my love and passion in there. So I sat down probably about a year after I started writing and just said, what am I doing this for? What am I working towards? And so I started working towards, I wrote down what I wanted my perfect day to look like, which was I wanted to go scuba diving in the morning, grab a nice coffee, and then write in the afternoon. And that's what I wrote years before I knew the Scotsman, before anything. And I started writing the Althea Rose series set in the Florida Keys because I thought, well, that's the closest place in the States I'll really get some good diving in. And maybe I can eventually move there, or at the very least I can do research trip and get my scuba diving in. So maybe I could partially live that perfect day. And that was my goal. And so I wrote Trace. And when I met him, the Scotsman, I realized how much of his similarities he had with Trace. Just like the blonde curls, a scuba diving instructor, real easygoing, laid back, some tattoos. I have traces in Scottish, but in some respects, I feel like I might have written Alan into my life. So, yeah.
If we've missed it, I think I missed quite a few of the questions at the start because it was going so fast.
Okay.
But we can respond to those later.
All right. So it looks like we are going to be wrapping up here. So I thank you all for joining me today. So I'll just go over a couple things again. Can you bring the cover up for me, please? So for those of you who kind of joined halfway through or might have missed the big announcement, I have written a book inspired by my true story. It is fiction, but it is inspired by my true story. It is called Miss Bitch. Finding Happiness is the Best Revenge. It is up for pre-order right now. It is half price until it goes live in June. And you can get a free secret chapter at trishao'malley.com/VIP, as in very important person. Download your secret chapter there. It is not in the book, so a little peek. Otherwise, we'll be around online or live trying to go through and answer some of these questions. Thank you all for joining me. I hope you all are safe and happy and healthy. The best to me during all of this. We're doing okay down on the island here. And maybe I'll do another Facebook Live again if there was a lot of questions I missed, or if you guys just want to talk to Blue again. So, all right. Love you all. Thank you so much for joining me today. Have a day. Bye.